Hey Cancer, welcome to your month ahead reading for December 2022, where we'll take a peek at the energies that are surrounding you and things that you might want to look out for. And we're going to start with a question from Spirit. What came out for you is phantoms. In what ways are your fears about a hypothetical situation keeping you from fully engaging with the reality surrounding you? And let's pull another oracle card just to see what other energies are surrounding this reading for you guys. What other energy is surrounding my Cancer collective for December 2022? And what we have for you is warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. So this is a pretty interesting energy. So I feel like over the next month or so, Spirit is asking you to examine what it is that you're afraid of that's keeping you from living your best life. Thinking about those what ifs that, you can't necessarily predict that's going to play out the way that you might have it imagined in your mind that makes you hesitant to take those steps forward. So this could be you achieving a goal or even starting out on something that you may have been thinking about doing for quite some time. Almost like talking yourself out of doing something. So maybe you wanted to go back to school, or maybe you want to start a business. And the thoughts that you have are, well, maybe I'm too old to go to school. It's probably too late. Or if I start this business, it's going to fail. Nobody's going to use my products or services. It's almost like you're making up these scenarios in your head that you haven't actually had a chance to examine yet. And it's like you're stopping yourself where you are. So these fears that are kind of unfounded at this point are keeping you in a stuck place. And with the warrior card, it feels like Spirit is saying that now is your time to sort of face that fear and step into it and see if you can channel your inner strength to overcome them, to even begin to take those first steps. Or if you've already sort of taken those steps towards your goal or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, having the fortitude to actually see it through to the end. But it's almost like I just heard shuffle steps. So instead of like sort of taking these big, bold, strong steps forward, it's almost like you're tiptoeing towards something if you're even making any movement now. So I think overall there's a sense of some sort of fear or apprehension that's paralyzing you, or at least slowing you down a little bit and keeping you from moving forward. So let's get into some tarot and see if we can get some other messages for you. So we're going to start with your current energy. How are you stepping into 2022? For my Cancers? And what we have for you is the 9 of Water, or the 9 of Cups in traditional tarot. So this to me feels like there's a little bit of sense of optimism. I think you have in your head what's going to make you happy, what's going to make you feel complete in life, but it still feels like there's a hesitation that's surrounding it. So you have this picture in your head of how you would like things to be. We also have the 3 of Fire in reverse. So this is a 3 of Wands in traditional tarot. So when this card is upright, it's really about waiting for your ships to come in, not really taking much action, not really being an active participant in whatever scenario this is for you. But with this in reverse, it feels like there's a desire to move forward. This sense of stagnancy, I think, is starting to get to you. And it's this sense of, I'm not going to achieve what it is that I'm looking to do if I don't take the steps. But I do feel like there's something that's preventing you from doing that. Even though that's what you want to do, it feels as though these voices in your head, this potential negative self-talk, is holding you back. Now, why this message is important for you to hear right now, why is Spirit asking this? We have the Ace of Air, or the Ace of Swords in traditional tarot. This is my honesty card, right? This is having a very candid conversation with yourself, with other people, It's being very, very thoughtful about whatever situation it is that you are involved with right now. And I think that in this moment, all the optimism and all the hope in the world is not enough in order for you to move ahead. And look what we have. We have the Chariot in reverse. So the Chariot is about movement, specifically about forward movement, progression in life. And so right now, with that stagnant energy that you're in, it feels as though Spirit is saying, okay, we need to have a little talk. And by we, I mean between you, yourself, and you. We need to have a candid, honest conversation about what's keeping you from moving forward. You have all of these hopes, you have all of these dreams, but at the same time, you're talking yourself out of them and you're keeping yourself from moving forward. So in order to address that lack of movement, in order to address that stagnant energy, you have to be honest with yourself and get to the root of why you're not being able to engage with where you are currently and how you can actually move forward. Now, how you can make the most out of this month? How can my Cancer Collective make the most out of December 2022? We have the Three of Earth, or the Three of Pentacles. It might be that whatever this endeavor is that you have embarked on, or that you're thinking about embarking on, is something that you're just looking at exclusively as a solo endeavor. That this is a path that you kind of expect to travel alone. I do think that there is an opportunity for you to find help, because the Three of Earth, or the Three of Pentacles, is really about partnership. It's about working with other people. So if you are thinking about, starting a business, then maybe this is you finding a partner to help you work on it. Maybe this is you finding a mentor to help you, guide you through the process of getting started, getting everything up and running, or how to scale it even bigger. But there's a sense of, you not doing this by yourself. And we had that clarified by the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And I think that that's sort of appropriate with this card, because the Eight of Pentacles is really about mastering your craft. It's about putting in a lot of effort. It's about getting better. And I feel like the combination of these two cards is really saying that you're not going to be able to master whatever it is that you're doing without the help of others. So think about who you have around you. Think about the resources that you have available to you and start exploring that, because that's going to help, I think, get you over this hump. I think it's going to help take a little bit of the pressure off of you thinking that you have to do everything by yourself. That's not necessarily the case. I think that there is help that's available to you in the form of supportive people. You just have to be open, I think, to accepting that help. Now, something that you should explore about this journey going forward, we have the Five of Earth, or the Five of Pentacles in traditional tarot. So this really represents feeling a sense of lack, being on the outside looking in, being left out in the cold. And I think that this ties into the phantoms that you may not necessarily have explored. Why is it that you feel as though you're not going to succeed in whatever this is that you're trying to do? Where are those thoughts coming from? Where did that seed get planted? And what is it that you can do to try and sort of reverse those thoughts? And we have that clarified by the Empress. So the Empress is a very nurturing energy. It's a mothering energy, someone who is ready to give birth to something new, someone who is a very fertile environment for thoughts, for ideas, for abundance. And so I think that you need to maybe dig a little bit deep, do a little bit of introspection, maybe some shadow work as appropriate, and figure out why it is that you don't think that you are going to be able to nurture this idea. What is stopping you from sort of planting those seeds? What is stopping you from giving birth to this new life, this new opportunity that you're looking for? Now, something to keep in mind for this month as well, Cancers. What else should my Cancers keep in mind? Okay. We have we have temptation in reverse, and we also have love in reverse. So these two cards together are kind of telling me that there's going to be a need for you to sort of push back against this negative self-talk. With the temptation, I think it's easy for you to sort of slip into this phantom mindset where you come up with worst case scenarios. And with the love in reverse, it's almost as if, if you are not confident within yourself, if you are not affirming to yourself that you are capable of achieving all of the good things that you want in this world, you're setting yourself up for failure from get-go. And I almost feel as though Spirit is telling you that you have what it takes, but you need to stop doubting yourself. So really not falling into this trap of sort of cyclical thinking, of getting to a place where it's like, oh, I really want X, Y, and Z, but I'm probably not going to be able to do it. I probably can't have that for this reason, for that reason, reasons that haven't actually played out in reality yet. So again, it's sort of creating these false narratives when you haven't even given yourself a chance to explore. And I feel like Spirit is telling you to be mindful of the way that you talk to yourself. Be mindful of your feelings towards success. Be mindful of creating an environment where it's impossible for things to grow. Because I do feel, that you're ready. You're ready and you want to take those steps, but there's something happening that's holding you back. And I feel like you might just need a little bit of a confidence boost here, that'll set you on the right path. And perhaps in working with someone else, they can help affirm you until you can maybe affirm yourself. So let's see if we can get another message from Spirit. And what we have for you is rejuvenate. So I think that in the process of, thinking about what it is that you want and then immediately following up with the reasons why you hypothetically can't do it or won't be able to achieve it, there's a need for you to sort of take a step back for a quick second, not forever, but start pouring into yourself. Again, doing that shadow work and figuring out why it is that you don't have as much faith in yourself as you probably should. It almost feels like this is the time for you to sort of get your strength up with the Warrior card, constantly reminding yourself that you are strong, that you are capable, that there is nothing for you to be afraid of. I think with you sort of mapping things out, working with this other person and getting this support until you're able to stand on your own is going to be a good thing for you. I think that it's going to renew your energy. And even more than that, I think that it's going to be a renewal in terms of your determination and your ability to move forward. So Cancer, even though things seem a little bit iffy right now, it feels like it's almost a figment of your imagination. So take a little time to remind yourself how amazing you are, and then look for help because it'll be there for you. So that's what I got from my Cancer Collective. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you on the next one.